Hello, everyone, and welcome to Latitude Live. Today, I'm joined by the lovely Aline Kontarero. Aline is an amazing software developer based in Sydney and a AWS She Builds alumni. She's also a mentor for Girls in Tech. She's going to be kicking off our mini-series where we'll be discussing gender diversity, how businesses can improve their D&I initiatives, and attract more women in technology. So she's going to be sharing her experience as a software developer, her journey into the industry, and her thoughts on enhancing diversity. So first of all, thank you so much for joining us today, Aline. So please, I'd love you to introduce yourself and tell me a bit about your journey into software engineering.
So my name is Aline, and as for now, I'm a software engineer at Trend Micro. My way into IT wasn't that strict because I'm a developer around 3 years, and it was a transition from another area. Previously, I was some kind of project manager and product manager and was responsible for a bit different field, but then movement to Australia counts for me, and after that I moved to IT. I decided to try something new in my career and something that I would love for next ages, and luckily, I fell in love with IT, and now I'm here.
So you actually came from more of a project management background, and when you moved to Australia, that was when you moved into software development.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, brilliant. And what originally kind of attracted you into software engineering?
There were different reasons, like a few of them. And first of all, I realized that I have a lack of competence to be a good project manager, for example, on Sydney market. Firstly, because English is not my mother language, so I would have some barrier in my communication with other people. And then I decided to find some positions that would be that would not involve so many communications with other people till my English is not so good. And one of areas was IT, and the other reason was IT gives you a lot of freedom. For example, it doesn't you cannot care where exactly you want to work, because you can work around the globe if you are in IT industry. And then I decided, I can try. And also I have a partner who is an IT developer as well, so he was a great motivator for that. Okay, you can try, it's not so complicated, so yeah, just do it. And after that I realized that maybe it is something that I can try, and yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah, so he kind of almost introduced you to the world of software development, and it was a kind of a really good way for you to kind of improve your English and kind of have that flexibility, I guess, of kind of, you know, different working hours. Yeah, awesome. And I guess in terms of your current role and what you're doing at the moment, what kind of initially attracted you into that role?
Well, what I can say, first of all, it is a level of responsibility and tech stack, because it was quite interesting for me to try something new and to be involved in such a big project and global project. So first of all, this. Secondly, it was a kind of step up for me, because previously I was focused mostly on the front-end side, and now in that role I can try different areas of development, and that's great, and do enjoy it. And I see myself like each month I see that okay, I learned something new, I a bit better than I was previously, and that's good. I like that feeling. And also we have a lot of girls in our team, and I do enjoy it. I can say that Trend Micro has very diverse culture, and I feel myself like women from different cultural background, with different mother language, with all these circumstances. I feel myself like I'm at home, and that's great feeling.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I think kind of really important as well when you're looking at that kind of next move, what can you learn from the business? And I think for yourself, kind of going into that full stack and seeing your growth on a day-to-day basis is, a great kind of evolution. And, what you mentioned around the existing diversity within the business and people from kind of all different walks of life and kind of background, and there being kind of an existing kind of good gender balance within the business, I can certainly see how that kind of attracts you into the role. And when you interviewed for that position, was there kind of mixed kind of genders or kind of people from different backgrounds when you were kind of going through that interview process?
Yes, so I was coming through different levels of interviews, and I met with different people. So it gives me an opportunity to see what are people who I probably could work with, and also to learn more about them, because I faced not only with developers, for example, or managers. So before I started at Trend Micro, I saw a few people and I could learn something new from them about the company, because in fact, you have a very small chance to learn well what happens in a company before you join it. What is the culture? What is a team spirit? And are you fit or probably not, and you should find something different. And I did a big research, because I'm not that kind of person who changes their work frequently, because I want to feel myself in a stable place and work with people who I know, and who I know that they believe in projects that we build together. That's an important feeling for me, and that's why I wanted to see, are they that kind of people, and would be me a good fit for them as well.
Could you kind of be on that journey with them? That's definitely something that is important, right? And I guess for yourself, when you're looking at the future, what are your kind of personal career goals, when you're looking at kind of the next kind of 3 to 5 years?
Well, first of all, I want to be and feel myself professional in the industry. And of course, in the future, it's like my blue dream. Maybe one day I would be a tech lead, and I would be happy to be a tech lead, because this role is something in between with my previous background and with my future journey, because it's like a cross of your managerial skills and your tech skills and knowledge and deeper understanding of IT area. So probably, it would be my next big career goal.
Awesome. And when you have been in the past, or you're thinking about kind of your next role, what are the kind of really important things that you consider? What are your kind of maybe top 3 things that are really important to you when thinking about your next role?
Next role or next job, because they might be a bit different. But I can answer on both. Okay, so if we're talking about next role, probably in the current company, so I would think mostly about a role that would mean responsibility for the bigger size of tasks, because it's great when you feel that you can have this responsibility and you take it, and that's good. Also, what would be interesting for me, well, maybe the same as now in my current role, that I have an ability to develop my skills and abilities, and I learn something new, and I can try different things, and I have no any limits with it. Of course, on the one hand, when you have a project, and it is a limitation, because you have some borders of this project and you have some tech stack, but on the other hand, IT is an area when each day brings something new, and I would be happy in a role that you can try these new things and explore them if it is a good way for you of doing things, or probably you have to try something else. So that would be something important for the next role. I also feel myself really good when I can share some knowledge. And that's why I step up into mentoring program. Girls into, well, how does it spell? Girls in IT, I believe, girls in tech. But I feel that in the future, I'd be happy if I could share my knowledge as well. Yeah, so probably some roles that include mentoring and helping others to develop their skills. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So for you, it's very much around kind of new tools and technology that kind of improve processes, and having that space where you can actually bring your knowledge and expertise into a role as well and share some of those ideas, and having that kind of space where you feel confident and kind of, you know, your ideas are being listened to. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm very happy that in my current company, John Micro, we have a culture when everybody's voice is meaningful and where we listen to each other. And that's really important because it doesn't, it's not regarding to your position, because we have some interns, for example, and I faced with in other companies when, okay, you're a junior developer and your voice can't be important for our project. And here we can share and we can generate these ideas. And thus we have a lot of opportunities to do things better and to grow up together. That's important.
Yeah, absolutely. And lastly, what kind of initiatives would you like to see companies adopt as part of their employer value proposition?
I do feel that one of trends is attracting women, and it's a great resource, women in IT. And I believe that probably employers could have a wide range of programs that allow women to join their companies from different point of their knowledge and abilities. I talked with a couple of my friends and they say that it would be great to have some programs that help you to onboard after a period of time when you were unemployed. For example, when you cared about your kids, for example, or you want to try yourself in IT. So probably some programs that help beginners to be successful on that way.
Yeah,
also,
awesome.
a couple of days ago, I was on a demo on Sydney University Bootcamp, and their students presented their projects, like final projects. After that, they can go on the market. So probably these connections between boot camps or universities that have such kind of students like cybersecurity, coding specialties would be great as well. As for other opportunities, well, it depends on the level and maybe type of engineers that company wants to attract, because of course all companies are different. What I feel would be right choice is modern technologies and interesting tech stack, is understanding that personality matters. What I mean, and probably lockdowns in Sydney and in Australia and across the globe show it, that you can combine your work with your other life. And it would be great when you have, for example, flexible working hours, and you can decide when you want to do some things. Of course, it doesn't mean that, okay, now I miss all of my meetings and stand-ups and other things. No, I'm talking about if you can plan ahead your job and you can combine it with your life, it would be great. So such kind of flexibility, because probably it's like a two-way of doing things from employer side and from employee side, something like that.
Awesome. Yeah. So for you, you'd like to see more kind of programs or initiatives that not just kind of are pathways into technology, but maybe for those who have taken a career break or have taken maternity leave and want to get back into the industry. So kind of programs that help enable kind of women returning to work, or anyone returning to work, really. And then kind of for you, in terms of, you know, what businesses can do to kind of improve, you know, the kind of major draw is around the technology stack and kind of the interesting kind of projects that are available, but also that kind of culture piece around, you know, putting personality and culture first, and then that ability to kind of plan your own day and kind of flexibility, which I think is great. And you know, we're starting to see more of now, kind of, you know, obviously if they're working from home, but I think more around those kind of meetings and planning your day is something that I don't see that much of. You know, I don't see it being spoken about that much, you know, particularly in kind of early stage hiring. But yeah, that's really interesting insights, Alina, and thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.